All right, guys. All right, so wow, lots of people joining. Welcome, welcome. Just put in the chat where you're calling in from. I'd love to hear which part of the world you're from. Let me know in the chat. So this is part of the money series that we're doing here at Bergeon, using the Fey healing technique to transform limiting beliefs into empowering ones. And when we change how we think, our mindset, then we change our actions and our behaviors and therefore our results. So today's topic is around releasing money scarcity. So there's this illusion that somehow there is not enough money, not enough resources around the world. And particularly now with the lockdown, where a lot of people are becoming very afraid. Companies have been, shut down or closed down. Some companies are going under. People are concerned about their jobs. They're concerned about money running out, job opportunities running out. So there's this illusion of like not enoughness and scarcity. And in that scarcity energy, we essentially start to shrink, we start to become small, and the moment we do that, we give away our power. We stop believing that we have a choice, and we start making fear-based decisions, right? In a really powerful book called Power versus Force by David R. Hawkins, he talks about the frequencies of vibration, scales of vibration, and he talks about how, for example, shame is one of the lowest frequencies, and I think it vibrates at about, 67. Okay, the energy of neutral is about 200, I think. And then you've got like going up to like love, which is 500. You've got joy, bliss, peace, and enlightenment. And so love is at about 500. And so when we vibrate in like the energy of fear, which is quite a low frequency, and I can't remember off the top of my head where exactly that is. I'll try and find it. I'll post it in the chat for you later. This frequency of fear is quite a low vibration. When you're vibrating at the energy of fear, all you can attract is other thought forms and ideas on that same frequency. Okay, you can't get inspired ideas, loving ideas, innovation, invention, creativity. It doesn't happen on fear-based energy. Okay, fear-based energy goes into survival programs, survival beliefs of like, I need to do just enough to get by. I mustn't rock the boat. I mustn't upset anybody. Just do as I'm told, head down. Maybe they won't notice me, and I'll just keep doing what I'm doing because it's been working in the past, and I'll get through this. And so it's where we develop this, I guess, this energy of endurance where we just try and get through the pain. If I just grin and bear it, if I can just, it's almost like, right now, around the world, it feels as though everyone is holding their breath. It's like, let's just get through this year. This is the energy that feels like everyone's just taking like a big deep breath, and they've just held their breath, and they're afraid to make any decisions or choices that will rock the boat or do anything different, because what they were doing before may not necessarily be working anymore. They know they have to make some changes, but they're too scared in case it doesn't work and they'll lose money or lose clients or lose opportunities. So there's like this freeze that's happened. And it's happened because people have gone to this frequency of fear. And in the energy of fear, all you can attract is fearful decisions. So for you to be creative, innovative, for you to be really in your power, because we are powerful. It's an illusion that you have no power. It's an illusion that you have no choice. What a lot of BS. Everyone has a choice, and choosing not to choose is actually a choice. Let me repeat that. Choosing not to choose is a choice, guys. So if you're pretending that you have no choice and you'll just stay stuck, you will literally drown. You will literally drown. And so the moment you realize you are powerful, because you're a child of the Creator, you are powerful, the energy of the divine has given you free will, right? You have free will here on earth. You can make this heaven on earth or hell on earth. And as you see around the planet, different people choose different realities for themselves. Some choose to make this place a living misery, waiting till when they die, they'll go to heaven and they'll be happy, instead of deciding to be happy now. My 111 mantra is going off on my phone. So where was I? So today's Facebook Live is really starting to liberate you from the illusion that you are powerless and that you have no choice, releasing you from this construct around the classes, where if you are the working class or blue collar class, that you must be obedient and subservient, that you must do as you're told and comply. And in that energy, what we do is we make ourselves small, we diminish ourselves, and we give away our freedoms. Okay, and this was never meant for you. When the energy of the creative all that is, created the souls, and those souls incarnated here on earth, God's plan was never for you to be small, to be insignificant, to suffer, to be in pain. That was never God's plan. The energy of the divine is always seeking to grow, to expand, to be more of what it is. Expansion is our birthright. And so as humans, in our DNA, we are wired to want more. We are wired to want more. Obviously, that may include more food, more stuff, right? But on a deeper level, this more is the expansion of consciousness. This more is an expansion of creativity, innovation, awareness, wisdom, knowledge, insight. This more is the elevation and acquirement of virtues to return to the energy of the oneness, to return to the energy of the divine. That's how we were designed, programmed, built, if you will, engineered, if you will, to desire to want more. So there is nothing wrong with you wanting more. Wanting more money is not a sin. It's about what you do with the money, right? Wanting more money so you can, put your children through private school, for example. Wanting more so that you can afford free range and organic food instead of battery hen chicken eggs, for example. Wanting more money so that you can travel the world and increase your awareness of different cultures is not wrong, right? So we're going to start to unpick some of these lies you've been told through society, where wanting more is wrong, wanting more is greedy, that there is not enough resources, that there is not enough food, that there's not enough, and we feel we are not enough to have all that we desire either. So this is what today's Facebook Live is about. So let's have a look. Where are you guys from? Netherlands, hi Yvonne. Brussels, hello. New Jersey, Battersea. So I'm assuming that's in London. Malta, Romania, Turkey, Brazil, Dubai, Germany, UK, Serbia, welcome. Portugal, Algeria, Melbourne, Australia. What time is it in Australia? Must be very, very late for you. Norway. Hi, Tokes. Hello, beautiful. I got your message, Tokes. I will respond. London, Bulgaria, Dubai, Romania. Wow, multicultural. Okay. I'm just looking through the comments, guys. Ivanetta saying, I've lost my keys, money, and expensive gadgets. Is this normal? Disappear from nowhere. No, you shouldn't be losing things. You shouldn't be losing things. You want to have a look at some beliefs around in order to gain more, I have to lose something. So it's like this either or instead of both. I'm going to do a clearing on that today. Both instead of either or. Yeah, you can have your cake and eat it too. Serbia, Portugal, Romania, Saudi Arabia, Greece. Hello, Greece. Holland, Pennsylvania, USA. Welcome. Czech Republic, Lithuania. Malaysia. Wow. Yeah, so Melbourne's like 11 hours ahead, so it's quite late for you guys. Very late. Hungry. Okay, right, let's get started. Okay, so if you're completely new to us at Burjon, we are the UK's leading theta healing training organisation. We've been around for, teaching since 2012. So this is the tool that I use. I've been a teacher of personal development since I was, 21 years old. I'm now 43, so I've been in personal development world for a long time. Even when I was younger, my mum and dad would play tapes in the car. So Those who are pre-millennials know what cassettes are and tapes. They're about this big and you have to like wind them up. And mum and dad used to play tapes in the car, personal development tapes. So I'd grow up listening to Tony Robbins and Brian Tracy in the car. And so Brian Tracy is this American personal development guy. He actually still is around, and he would do these affirmations in the car. I like myself, I like myself, I like myself. So that's what I grew up with. So I've been in personal development for a long, long time. So my parents would be listening to these cassettes in the car. So I've been in this arena for a very, very long time. And out of all the things I've studied, theta healing is like the fastest, the deepest, the most efficient. You're not in therapy for 2 years. You get in and you get it done. And so you can have massive transformations in the space of an hour. It is absolutely phenomenal how quick this technique works. But it works with the basis of free will, which means when I ask to give you these downloads, which are essentially empowering beliefs instilled into your subconscious mind on every level of your being, or limiting beliefs being released from your mind, I need your permission. So you just need to say yes out loud, and the divine energy, universe, the creator of all that is, God, whatever you call the energy, will hear that request and the change will be made. So you don't have to post all your yeses in the chat, because obviously you're going to have your eyes closed during our meditation. So this change is done on every level of your being. So that's the way it works. It works on the basis of free will. It works with the energy of the divine, the creator of all that is, to make the changes. As I mentioned this before, that when we change how we think, right, we change our behaviors and therefore the results we get. So for some of us, what we're doing is we're making things harder than they need to be. We're creating struggle where there doesn't need to be. And so we may get into energy of blaming the lockdown or the coronavirus or the government or the economy or our partner or our children or society or the class we were born into or the country we were born into. We create these stories or illusions around why we are the way we are, why we're stuck. It's this feeling of, well, there's nothing I can do. This is my lot in life. This is where I was born. This is how I was raised. There's nothing I can do. It's this feeling of like defeat and powerlessness. So today we're going to be liberating you from any class whatsoever. I became sort of aware of class when I came to the UK with first class and second class post. Now, does that mean if my letter is post to second class post that my letter is not as important as first class? Of course not. It just takes 3 days longer, right? But we're going to liberate you from any class, that you are not bound by where you were born or the family you were born into that holds you back from your capacity to receive. Okay, so every human being on this planet has the capacity to receive. As I mentioned on my Facebook post, God didn't put you on a planet that is barren and empty. God put you on a planet that is full of abundance. There is enough resources on this planet to take care of everyone on this planet. It's just unevenly distributed. That's all it is. And so as we learn to recognize that we are all one, we're all connected, then we step into this energy from fear into love, into generosity, into collaboration, into unity as one, not separate, but as one. Then we will never tolerate a child who is starving on one side of the planet. We will never tolerate a homeless person on the street, because we realize the other person is us. And this is the society we live in, where we tolerate certain things that should not be, And so if you are struggling right now, if you are challenged by money right now, it doesn't have to be this way. You have a choice. I'm here to tell you that you have a choice to receive more than you are currently being given. Letting go of where it's going to come from, letting go of how it's going to happen. That's not your job. You hand that over to the divine. You just have to be open to receiving. But here's what we do. We pray, we plead, we manifest, we do our vision boards. Please, universe, can I please have this abundance? Please, please. And you're holding on so tightly, the universe can't give it to you. You've got to let go and surrender. Letting go to receive, which means letting go of your stories of struggle. Because some of you, what you do is you keep your stories of struggle as like a badge of honor, right? A badge of honor. I was born in communist Poland, and we had nothing, and the army came through our country and took our stuff. You carry like a badge of honor, or my people were oppressed. We were slaves, and we carry like a badge of honor. And when you do that, you kind of have this sense of pride in honoring your ancestors through their suffering, through their struggle. In fact, what we do is in around the world, you see statues created in the honor of these people who died, who struggled, and we start to deify those who had to overcome struggle in order to create success. But what if it can be easy? What if it can be easy? So let me give you an analogy. So if you imagine like a river and the water is running down the river, the water is not struggling to go down the river. It's going with the natural flow of the earth. Okay, if the ground is slightly tilted, it's going in a natural flow. It's working its way around crevices and stones and rocks. It's not struggling and hitting against or trying to travel upstream. It goes with the flow, right? If you look at, for example, seeds, when you plant seeds in the ground, they're not struggling to grow. They're moving towards the light because they are designed to. They're engineered to move towards the light. You know, you get a potato and you stick it in a drawer and say the drawer is slightly open, there's like a little crack. Like it'll start to grow roots to try and grow those roots out of your drawer. It's designed that way to seek the light. It's not struggling, it's growing, it's expanding, right? So we should take note from what nature is doing and let go of um, this struggle as a way to feel worthy. I'm worthy if I struggled. I'm worthy if I've made it hard. If I overcame this obstacle, then I'm finally worthy and deserving of this great success, right? And so these are programs that are literally hundreds, if not thousands of years old. This need to struggle so that we can be worthy. The need to struggle so that we can achieve and progress and move forward in life. Right. So hey, I'm done with my rant. We're gonna meditate now and clear some of these beliefs. Okay, close your eyes for me, guys. Nice deep breath. And relax. Relaxing your shoulders. Relaxing your hands, just putting them on your lap. Relaxing your face, your jaw, your forehead. Releasing any tension from your body. Okay, so you're going to imagine that you're sharing space and sharing molecules with the chair that you're sitting on. You and the chair are one. Expanding further, now you'll imagine you're sharing space and sharing molecules with the room that you're in. The building that you're in. The city that you're in. The country that you're in. And across the entire planet. Expanding past our solar system, our Milky Way galaxy, past all the galaxies, and past the universe. You're not being stretched or pulled, just simply sharing space and sharing molecules. Expanding past the universe into the bright lights, dark lights, bright lights, into a beautiful golden light. Expanding into this jelly-like substance with all the colors of the rainbow, the laws of the universe. And finally expanding into this beautiful pearly iridescent light, bright, bright white light. This is the energy of pure consciousness, the energy of the Creator, God, universal intelligence, whatever you call this energy. It's from this place that we can facilitate healings, intuitive and psychic readings, receive insight and guidance, and manifest our desires. In this energy, we connect to the frequency of love and higher. So all ideas and thoughts of love that match this frequency of love will be drawn to us. It's from this place you make decisions. Okay, good. So creative all that is. It's command to facilitate a healing on everyone watching this Facebook Live, as well as anyone that's watching the recording, all in the highest and best way. We ask that we get our breakthrough, our liberation from scarcity, from fear, from separateness, and replace it with your highest truth and understanding, that there is plenty for everyone, plenty of money, plenty of resources, plenty soulmates, plenty of health. There is enough for everyone. And that we are open and available to receive this plenty, this abundance in all life areas. We ask that we be open to receive this plenty with grace and ease, without the struggle, without the pain, without the suffering. Knowing we are worthy and deserving of receiving, having, keeping plenty. Okay, good. So great, all that is. Can we download everyone with the highest definition, understanding, perspective of having a choice? That you know what it feels like to recognize you have a choice, that you know how to choose, that it's safe to choose, and you're worthy of choosing. Would you like this? You guys can just say yes out loud, and then that change will be made for you on every level of your being, on all levels, all aspects, all languages. Thank you. Okay. As I'm tuning in, some of you are scared to make a decision in case you're afraid to make a mistake. So we did some of this clearing yesterday, but I'm going to clear this belief to now. Anyway, that you're afraid to make a mistake, where a mistake means devastation, loss. Mistake means you'll be punished or attacked. Mistake means you're going to lose all your money, or you'll die, or you'll suffer. Let's just release all of that doomsday around mistakes and replace it with Creator's highest truth, that mistakes are learning and that you can learn with grace and ease. Would you like this? Thank you. Let's release you punishing yourself for making mistakes as a way to stop making mistakes, or any way that you're obligating others to punish you for making a mistake. Let's release that as well. Would you like this? Thank you. Okay, good, good. Okay, so now we're gonna. So this next level of healing is remember, a lot of your beliefs aren't yours; they're inherited. So the stuff I'm clearing, you may not be consciously aware of, but it's sitting in your DNA from your ancestors. So these are beliefs tied to class. Okay, so we have classes, for example, in religion. So I think is it. I can't remember which religion is it's one of the Indian religions where you've got different classes, like you've got Brahman, which is like the priest class, and they're supposed to be more superior than others. So, you know, if you had a past life in those countries, where or you were born in those countries where you were a particular class based on religion, I'm going to ask her to liberate you so that you're not bound by any caste or class you are a part of. For your ancestors, if they were like factory workers or they were slaves, for example, we're going to liberate you on a genetic level from any class so that you are completely free. So there's this illusion that you don't have freedom, and you do. So we're going to free you from this attachment to a class or a caste as a way, one, to be taken care of. Somehow, if I hold myself down, if I hold my power back, my slave owner will take care of me. My boss will take care of me. My husband will take care of me, so I'll be his slave. So we're going to release all of that nonsense, okay? Or two, I must hold myself to this class so I can belong to this community. So I'm one of the working classes, part of the union. These are my tribe, and I'll belong to these people. But if I become more successful and earn more money and become a business owner or an entrepreneur, the fear is I'll lose my tribe, I'll lose my community. So we're going to release that belief as well, that you will lose people, that you'll cease to belong if you transcend your class or your caste. Okay? All right. Thank you, Paula. It's Hinduism. Thank you. Amita's saying I'm seeing green color entering. Yeah, green is a color of transmutation. It's a heart chakra color. It's also a color for physical healing as well. So it's all good. It's all perfect. Your psychic abilities are opening. It's all good. Okay, just enjoy the kaleidoscope. Okay, so let's liberate you from any class or caste, guys. This is either genetically or in a past life. Would you like this? Thank you. Okay, I'm also hearing that division is due to skin color. So and right now this is a hot topic in the US with regards to racial prejudice. It seems like anytime it gets hot, the world goes mad with looting and violence and things like that. Is you even get discrimination within a particular culture. So for example, with black skins, like there's a concept like if you were darker, that somehow you are less worthy. And this happens in black cultures, you see in Asian cultures, Indian cultures, and somehow if you're paler skin, that somehow you're superior. So we're going to also detach you from unconscious bias and collective consciousness programming around appearance. Okay, so whether that's like skin color, shades, and things like that, whether that's accents as well. Okay, so we're going to release all of that energy as well. So you are not bound by the skin color you were born into as a determining factor of what job you can have, what position you can hold, how much money you can earn, the decisions you can make, blah, 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 blah. We're going to release all of that. Is that okay? Thank you. And replace it with Creator's truth that we are all one. We're all interconnected. And we deserve equal opportunity. Right, there's a lot of, it's quite a dense energy, guys. There's a lot of resentment towards others who've judged you based on your job title, how much you earn, how much shit you have or don't have. Do you have the Rolex? Do you have the Mercedes? Like, there's a lot of resentment around how you've been judged based on how you appear or the stuff you have. Okay, on a deeper level, I'm just going to this is what we call digging in theta healing. We dig down to the deeper issue. That's the surface level energy. On a deeper level, it's actually anger at yourself for not choosing to have more, to be more, because the outside world will always be a reflection of your inner world. If you are unjudged unfairly and made to feel not good enough, on some level, you must not feel that you're good enough. So on a deeper level, actually you denied it for yourself. If you knew that you were worthy and deserving, then you would have chosen it a long time ago. So who we really need to forgive is not the oppressor. Who we need to forgive is ourselves for not having the awareness that we could have more or be more. Okay, so with your eyes closed, we're going to bring in forgiveness, forgiving yourself for not having the awareness that you could choose to have more and be more. Use your breath. Release. Some of you are holding inside your heart. There's like an ache, a dull ache. For some of you, it's in your solar plexus where you are pretending you have no power. And for some of you, it's in like your sacral chakra. And that's like your sexual energy, but also your creative center as well. So you hold your creativity back. So just breathe through wherever you're feeling that resistance, breathe through that area. And don't push or direct. This energy of the divine will come in through your crown chakra. It'll move through your body. It'll go exactly where it needs to go. There's nothing you need to do. You just need to become the gentle observer. So that's you being the witness, seeing, feeling, and sensing as the energy comes in and does the work that it needs to do. The energy of the divine is infinitely intelligent. Surrender, let go, and the work will be done. There's nothing you need to do. Let go of the doingness and just be present in the beingness, You don't have to work for this healing. You just have to receive. Good, thank you. That's better. Okay, good. Okay, so can the creator of all teach you and show you that you can have it all? It's not either or all, but you can have both, that it's possible to have it all, that you're worthy and deserving of having it all. Letting go of obligating others to hold you back from having it all. All the stories that you're bought and sold about only having a little bit or not being allowed to have anything. I'm going to release those. Anyway, you've been told that it's greedy to have it all. Let's release that. Like, you deserve to have a soulmate, children, a home, a car, healthy organic food. Like, you're worthy and deserving, right? You're allowed. So it's time to accept it. So be open and willing to receive and accept, to have it all that you desire. And different people want different things. Not everybody wants a Rolex and a Mercedes Benz, right? Not everybody wants a tiara. You all want different things. Okay, some people want to, live off grid and, or have an allotment. Like, people want different things. So have whatever it means for you to have it all be different to somebody else. And that you can do that without judgment of what others have. Okay, good. Well done. Next, this energy around, how do I explain this? So when we grow up, traditionally, the father energy is like the protector and the provider, and the mother is the nurturer, traditionally. That dynamic may have been very different for some of you, but that's the way it works. And that's also seen in the collective consciousness as well. And so what happens is, as we grow up, we then start to create beliefs about, well, if I get a job, then the boss will take care of me, the company will take care of me, I'll get the pension plan, the 401k, the insurance plan, right? The company, my superannuation, or my ISA. Like we've got different systems in society in different countries around these concepts around I'll be taken care of. And what we do is we hand that power away to other people. So essentially the belief may run like, oh, my boss takes care of me. Right, the company takes care of me with my sick plan, for example, and so we give up this. We give up our power, and we believe, oh well, the company is my daddy replacement. My daddy replacement. So can we release the belief around looking to be taken care of by others so that you can choose to be taken care of, but that you don't give away your power as a way to be taken care of, so that what we're replacing it with is I can allow others to take care of me and I can take care of myself. Okay, so that you never need to be under the illusion that if you decide to speak up in a job that has bullying and they fire you through unfair dismissal, and that you become too scared to fight back in case they don't give you your remuneration, for example, that you are able to speak up, you are able to declare your truth, and that to know that you can get another job if you wish. You do not have to tolerate, bullying or discrimination of any kind. That you have the right to speak up, to declare your free will and choice, so that you can get a fair deal wherever you are in the world, in whatever you are doing. Okay, so this is about speaking up, expressing your truth, asserting your power without the fear that you will lose your job, you'll be ostracized, you'll be rejected, you'll be shunned, where you're rocking the boat or breaking the status quo. Okay, so we're going to release any collective consciousness around the company's my daddy, or my boss is my daddy and they take care of me, and therefore I have to be silent and obedient and quiet. Okay, now some of you are in jobs, some of you are in between jobs, some of you are entrepreneurs. Anyway, you've got beliefs around being taken care of by other people where you give away your power. Can we release this now? Thank you. So you can choose to be taken care of, but that you don't give away your power in doing so. You know what it feels like to take care of yourself. That you know what it feels like to create your own money. What it feels like to create your own opportunities. There are plenty of opportunities out there for you. That there is the perfect job out there for you. The perfect business, the perfect client. That's all available to you. Because the Creator doesn't dangle carrots. You wouldn't have the desire unless it was possible. So because you have the desire, it is meant for you. Make sure you use your breath. Allow the energy to flow in. Okay. All right. So for some of you, you are literally holding your breath. Like your life is on pause since lockdown happened. So I do physically want you to take a nice deep breath and release. Okay, so can the Creator teacher me show that all things pass, this too shall change, that nothing ever stays the same. And they open and available for new inspired ideas and insight to build momentum in your life, get yourself moving, get clients, get opportunities, get money. It's all available to you. But your manifestation powers are always working. Good. Okay. Good. Okay. Last bit. This is around the what we call secondary gains or the kickbacks. The kickbacks for staying small, giving away our power, and staying in scarcity and sabotaging our finances. So essentially, I'm going to ask you, what is the good thing by staying stuck? What is the good thing by not having much money? What is the good thing about not having too many clients? Or what's the good thing about not being out of work right now? Okay, so you ask yourself that question, however it's relevant for you. What is the good thing by staying stuck in whatever situation you're in right now? And trust you'll hear the answer. Is it avoiding responsibility? Is it using it as a time off so you can relax because you've been working too hard? Is it so that you can be dependent on somebody else? Is it so that you can get some sort of government scheme? Right, so the government takes care of you instead of you taking care of you. Is it to punish someone? Let me mess up my life so I can punish my parents for what they did to me. So then they'll see what they did to me. Right? Sometimes how it benefits us can be in a twisted, distorted way. So what are you getting by staying stuck? Okay, and now, do you really need that thing in order to stay stuck, or can you allow yourself to break free? Are you willing to break free? And if that's a yes, we're going to allow Creator to do this healing now. So whatever that thing you think you're getting by staying stuck, we're going to release that to show that you can have the benefits without staying stuck. And that it's possible for you to have all the good things without staying stuck, without sabotaging your finances, without rejecting opportunities for money, for clients, for plenty. That you're ready to show up and do your part. That you're ready to be of service and be richly rewarded. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Well done, guys. Keep your eyes closed. This last piece now. Okay, so I'm guided. This is a whole channeled healing today, so I'm guided in what I do with the group. So I'm being shown the goddess or ascended master Lakshmi. Lakshmi is the goddess of abundance. And so I want you to imagine sitting like on a big pile of gold, on a mountain of gold. So you imagine seeing yourself in like cross-legged, sitting on this mountain of gold. And I want you to see, feel, sense as though Lakshmi is pouring more gold over you, like a shower, golden shower. And as these coins drop, they fall around you. That mountain is getting bigger. It's falling into your hands, into your pockets, down your collar. You're receiving this plenty, this plenty. And this is only just a small portion of the wealth that is on this planet right now. Because not all the money is in physical form, guys. A lot of it's digital. There's actually not enough storage in the banks in the world to store all the money that's out there. So a lot of it is actually digits, digits in bank accounts, electronically on servers, okay? So the money that you're sitting on right now is just a small, tiny portion of the billions and trillions of dollars and pounds and yen, rubies, rubles, whatever currency that you're in your country. It's just a small portion of what's available. So as you see or feel this money falling over you, collecting, accumulating, how does it make you feel? What feelings come up for you? as Lakshmi is pouring all this prosperity and wealth upon you. Just be the mental observer of how you feel. Are you joyful? Are you excited? Are you wishing you had more pockets, more buckets? Are you already planning and visualizing what you're going to do with all this wealth? How you will have all your needs met and this overflow to be able to give back to humanity and society? Or is there some resistance? Are you feeling shame or embarrassment? Are you scared that it will stop or that somebody will come and steal your stack? Like, what comes up for you when you see and feel all this wealth pouring over you? Receive, receive, receive. Okay, good. Nice deep breath. And open your eyes. Okay, guys, let me know in the chat what came up for you in that visualization. When you saw Lakshmi pouring that gold over you on top of an existing mountain of gold, this huge pile of coins, what came up for you? What feelings, what thoughts? Were you open and receiving and accepting and making plans for savings accounts and investments you're going to funnel that money into? Or did some other fears come up for you, some beliefs, doubts, worries, negative feelings come up? I'd love to know. Okay, so I'm just looking at the comments. Okay, good. Daphne saying every time she does a theta session, she feels like it's a lot of work. You need to yawn. Yawning is normal because when you go into meditation, in theta healing, you go into theta brainwave, and the brain first thinks you're going into sleep instead of meditation. After a while, the yawning will stop because your brain will go, I'm going into meditation instead of into sleep, because we go into the theta brainwave. The theta brainwave is incredibly intuitive, which is why we get this psychic insight. It allows us to operate our brain in a certain way where we can get this intuitive information from the quantum realm, where you can get any answer to any question. Okay, everyone has the capacity to do this. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so Sam said, no one gets my money when I'm broke. Yeah, the fear is if I've got nothing, nobody will take anything. Yeah, but that's not a reason to stay poor, though. Okay, Sam saying I have to protect this. So the fear is like a hoarding energy. I have to protect it because others will take it or steal it. So that is an energy of scarcity that you feel like I have to hold on to it, hoard it in case somebody takes it and steals it, rather than my wealth is protected. I am protected. My family is protected. We are safe. It's a very different energy to I must protect myself. I must protect myself. In a lot of energy healing techniques, they teach you to close your chakras down and protect yourself. Put yourself in a bubble of light. Protect yourself. Protect yourself from what? If we are one with everything, then this belief around having to protect yourself from the evil and the dangers of the world creates this duality, right? If you know you are protected, then you're not a magnet to attack. You're not in vibrational match. As I mentioned before, the frequency of fear and love, they're poles apart. So if you're vibrating in fear, you'll attract fear. If you're in energy of love, fear is nowhere near you because you're in love and joy. You're skipping through the forest, holding hands, right? Smelling the roses, right? You're nowhere near down there in fear and survival. So you're not a vibrational match. So when you're in the energy of love, you get loving insights on how to ensure that your money is safe. So like from a practical standpoint, you'll get insights as to how I ensure that this money is saved, it's invested, it gives me recurring income, through savings and investments and wise choices, you'll make those decisions from a place of love, not from a place of fear. I've posted a link in the chat for you guys. So if you were enjoying today's Facebook Live, there's a free masterclass that you can watch right now on manifesting. I teach you the basics of theta healing, how to go in the meditation, and we start to change some more beliefs, and you actually get to learn how to muscle test yourself for your beliefs as well. So please go check out that link at the end of this masterclass. There's energy clearings in there. There's some mindset work. We also do a manifesting meditation in there that's completely free, so you can go check that out. So let's have a look at the comments. So Alexandrova is saying, I fear I will disappoint people around me. How will you disappoint people? Okay, Agnieszka is saying, I felt one with it. Amina is saying, feelings of abundance. Good. Yeah, like plenty. There is plenty. Rachita, divinity and purity. Yes, beautiful. Christina saying purple and pink colors. Right, yeah, that's your third eye opening. Interesting. Nadhazi said she felt like she couldn't take a breath and was underwater, so you felt like you were drowning. Okay, so now there's a belief around money feeling like a burden to you. So Nadhazi, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, yesterday or the day before, the Facebook Live before this one, I covered this energy around money feeling like a burden. So go back and watch that Facebook Live because we did some clearing around that. And if you're a theta healer, obviously you can do some digging work on that. If not, then obviously you can book a session with one of our team or join one of our classes and get that cleared. Interesting. Caroline is saying, I felt like I was going to be alone without my family. Okay, so guys, can we teach you that it's worthy and possible for you to raise your wealth consciousness, elevate your success on every level, and keep your family? Okay, you don't have to be alone at the top. It's an illusion, right? So just show that you can, if you wish, you can take your family with you, that your family can grow with you. You're not dragging them with you. They're choosing to go if they wish. Okay, so let's just show that it's possible. Would you like this? Thank you. Okay, Carolina, as I was tuning into you, what I heard was it's like an excuse you're telling yourself, because what you're really scared of is you're scared of success. You're obligating your family to hold you back because you're scared of your success, of just how far you can go. So I know, Carolina, you're a theta healer and an instructor. You're actually scared of how far you can really go. So release your fear of success. That's the digging work you need to do. What's the worst thing that's going to happen when you become successful? So I won't have time for a husband and my children, or I'll make it, then I'll lose it, right? So you need to dive a little bit deeper with the digging. What is the biggest fear in regards to becoming successful, right? Let's have a look. Good. Marjorie's saying, oh my God, I feel amazing. I feel excited and joyful. And the work I've done in the past few days. Good, I'm pleased. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. And of course, I would definitely encourage you to re-watch these because it'll strengthen the neural pathways in your brain. Our science has discovered that we've got neuroplasticity in the brain, which means the brain can be rewired and re-strengthened. So when you listen to the downloads again, it's like the neural pathways get stronger and stronger and stronger until it becomes the default way of thinking and operating. It's a bit like, if you were learning to type, you may have learned to type with like a chicken with two fingers, and before you know it, you had all your hands, and before you know it, you're not even looking at the keyboard and you can type. This is how neural pathways are created in the brain for habits, and habits also include almost like railways or trains of thought in our mind. So the moment somebody says something, what is the neural pathway that you're going down? So if somebody says no to you, what's your thought? Oh, they said no, never mind. Or no means no for now, maybe later, right? So I never take no as a no, complete no. It's like, okay, maybe later. I never take no as the ultimate answer, right? Maybe they're not ready right now. That's okay, right? If someone says to you, you've made a mistake, you're wrong, you're wrong. It's like, is your default pattern going, yes, of course, I'm always wrong, I make a mistake, I'm an idiot. Or what if they're wrong? Is that really true? Is it how it was meant to be, right? So this is where you start to retrain your brain to think differently in response to certain situations. So re-listening to these clearings will strengthen those neural pathways. Okay, Okay, Nafisha saying people will take it. Fears came up. Okay, so Nafisha, there's going to be some more digging work that you would need to do on this fear that others will take it. Others will take your wealth. Okay, Sims, I was able to receive it, but I felt detached. Detachment is actually a good energy, Seema. If you're in the energy of I must hold on to it, I must cling it, people will take it, that's negative. But if you're like, the money will come, and more will come, and more will come, and if it comes, it goes, it's okay, because more will come. And when I spend here, more will come. That detachment is a good energy because it's flow, right? It's flow. Like money's, for example, the energy of water, it's not like a hoarding energy, it just flows. And so if you imagine money that's flowing like a current around the planet, that's the way the money moves, it flows. Okay, so more will come, more will come, always more will come. That's what you're wanting to be affirming, right? Okay. Okay, Elena's saying, I felt some fear. I felt it wasn't mine. What should I do? Maybe it's my mother's. Release the belief that you have to give your mother everything and that your mother owns you, or the mother owns your property or your possessions, or that you must give all your power to your mother to be loved. Okay, so I can see your Theta Healer, Elena. That's your digging work with your body. Okay, or on yourself. Okay, so Aran apologies if I didn't pronounce that correctly. First joy, but then I wanted to share it, but then there's no one I can trust. Okay, so you're fearing that people will change and become corrupt because of all this money that you have, and the fear that you can't trust people. Again, I did some of this clearing yesterday, so please watch not yesterday, the day before's Facebook Live. Watch that because I did some beliefs around trust and betrayal and knowing to trust your intuition. So if you are connected to the energy of the divine, the energy of love, you'll be a magnet for loving people. So you won't attract the people that steal or cheat. They're not on that same frequency. Okay, you're not a vibrational match. So where you basically went into fear. It's a sabotaging pattern because it's basically like a habit. So in our next Facebook Live, we're going to be talking about the signs of resistance, where we start to sabotage all the good that we receive. Something good happens and then something bad happens. So it's going to be our next Facebook Live, is clearing signs of resistance, where we go into sabotaging the good that we desire. And that's one of those things, is we go, oh, if I get this, then something bad will happen. Okay. Okay, Rachita saying serving humanity. Awesome, awesome. And what does that look like when you're serving humanity? Yeah. Okay, Vladimira smiling and feeling as though I'm enough. And I get to do my bucket list and more. Yes. I hope everyone's got a bucket list. Mine's on Pinterest, my bucket list of all the places I want to see and do and have. Okay, Amanda saying not feeling worthy, not feeling worthy. Okay, so Amanda, again, we did some clearing on that in earlier Facebook Lives. Certainly, I would encourage you to watch previous ones or book a session with our team to go a little bit deeper. There's some, as I'm tuning in, Amanda, there's some mother issues. It's around criticism and not feeling you're allowed to have more, that somehow if you're having more, then others will miss out. It's like, if I have plenty, somebody else misses out. Right, so that needs a little bit of a deeper dive, and it was a way to kind of remain humble, yeah, and to be a good person by having less. Right, it's almost like a sacrificial energy. It feels very like it's in the collective consciousness of a lot of women. It's like, I must put myself last, take care of my children, take care of my husband, take care of everybody else, and not worry about myself. It has that kind of energy, and it's genetic for you, Amanda. Ekaterina, relief, playfulness, discomfort of being greedy of this much. Right. So, Katerina, this excess, could you gift some of it? Could you help somebody with that? Yeah. So when you have all this plenty, you have this overflow, more than enough, this excess, how can you help others with that more than enough? Knowing that when you give, more will come. When you give, more will come. Okay, so just shift your mindset around the greed and shift it to, I'm allowed to have plenty, plenty to have, plenty to spend, and plenty to share. We did that again. We did that one in an earlier Facebook Live. Not the last one before this one, but the one before that. Okay, Sina signed up for Dig Deeper. Awesome. Fantastic. Yeah, I've got some courses coming up So my basic course starts this Saturday. It'll be with me, the basic course. That's the entry level course where you learn this technique to transform your beliefs to create the desired life you want. Okay, Carla, I saw myself in a luxury hotel with a view from the beach and working on the internet. I love it. Love it. Very nice. Very nice. Be nice to work by the ocean with all those negative ions. Dennis, hi Dennis. Feeling unconditionally blessed, supported, and of course you can have it all. My desire is to be in London for July. Come true. Cool. Good. Good, good, good. Justina, happiness, freedom, but also fear I'll be blinded by the money. What does that mean to be blinded by the money? Okay, Hilda's saying, I was alone. I didn't want to be alone. Okay. Yeah, it's what I said earlier with one of the other ladies, that it's either or. I can have money, but I can't have a soulmate. It's either or. And the truth is you can have both. So can the creator teacher show you, Hilda, that you can have both? And anybody else who wants this download, if you just give me a yes, just out loud is fine, that you can have both. Yeah, so Hilda, what I'm hearing is there's some fears around soulmates and trust. There's some betrayal and there's some heartache as well in your heart. It's like on some level your subconscious believes it's safer to be alone than to let someone to love me, because each time I love someone, they hurt me or they abandon me, so it's better to be on my own. Okay, so that's the work you would need to do with a practitioner or in class. Beautiful. Jeanette's saying, I feel divinely blessed and felt complete, and I really deserve to be rich. Awesome. Awesome. Like in this world, you need a lot of money to achieve some of these goals and visions. A lot of money. You know, before lockdown, we were doing like 40 live events a year. So all our classes were live. Feeling Basic, Advanced, and Dig Deeper is now available online. And that's something recently that's new, that's being changed. But in the past, we were running about 40 events live. You know, my hotel bills are one of my biggest expenses in my company, one of my biggest expenses. So it takes money to run a business, but in doing so, I'm able to fulfill my mission and my purpose and to awaken and empower souls around the world. They fly in from all over the world. You know, they learn this powerful tool, and it's a tool that you take with you wherever you go, wherever you get stuck. You can work on yourself or work with a theta healing practitioner or a buddy to clear your stuff. You are empowered. You have the choice to change your thinking, Okay, Ranjita saying, I felt excited. Good. Okay, Risa saying, oh my God, Anna, thank you. That was so much fun. I saw myself with an amazing dress, white gloves, going into a gala night in a national theatre to watch amazing ballet show after we went backstage and took lots of photographs with photographers. And then went for a gala dinner. Love it. Ballet. Cool. Yeah, I did. I went to ballet when I was invited to teach in Russia. It's interesting. It's like mime on tippy toes. It's what ballet's like. And when those toes land on the wooden floor, it's bang, bang, bang. It's very noisy, but they're so strong. Like they make it look so easy, but ballet dancers are so strong. Like their muscles, like the men's thighs were so defined. It was interesting. It was interesting. It was my first ballet I ever went to. But yeah, it's mime on tippy toes with poofy dresses. Cool. Amazing. So Francesca's saying, joy, I felt comfortable, but also feel like I have to take care of my sister depression. I'll be blamed for my fortune. Wow, that feels heavy. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with taking care of your sister, assuming she wants to get out of depression. Like you can't force someone to heal. So this is why in Theta Healing we always ask, would you like this healing? If you say yes, it'll be done. So we never, force anything on someone. So if your sister wants to recover from depression, Theta Healing is a powerful tool for that. Very, very powerful. And it doesn't take long, right? Assuming she wants to get out of depression, right? So if you can help her to get out of depression, fantastic. But why would you be blamed for your fortune? Why would it be? Let me just tune in, because it's an interesting belief. Yeah, it's almost like judgment. Like people, like they look at you and go, how come she won the lotto? How come she got rich? How come she's special? She's a nobody. It kind of feels like that. So it feels very judgy. Feels very, very judgy. So Francesca, you need to let go of giving a shit of what people think of you, right? The way to become successful is to let go of making other people's opinions more important than your own. And sometimes that is family and friends. The opinion that matters the most is the one that you have of yourself. That's the most important opinion, because you have to live with you, Francesca. So you know that you're loving, you're generous, you're kind, you're patient, you're an overgiver. As I'm tuning in, you're an overgiver. You give, and sometimes there is like your tank is empty, and you've got some guilt and shame about putting yourself first. So that needs some deep healing, my love. So yeah, if you're a theta healer, do that digging work. If not, then obviously come to our class, or book a session, get that sorted, because it's like an old energy, and we need to like fire you from people pleasing. Like it's a full-time job, and it's time to let that go. Okay, it's kind of getting late, guys. I'm going to start to wrap. I will do another Facebook Live in a couple of days. Just give me a second. I'll tell you exactly when it's going to be. Just want to make sure there's any other urgent questions. Transformational, you love it. Good. Good. Cool. Nafisha's saying, I need millions. Yes, we do. We need millions. The millions are available to you. There's more millionaires right now than they've ever been before. A lot of them are the millennials, right? Because they can make it easy. They know how to make it easy. Fabulous. Awesome. Good. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up. Let me just check exactly when going to be the next one for you. I'm so glad you guys joined me. Please go check out that free masterclass if you want more dose of theta healing love and start to manifest your desires. Go check out that masterclass, and we'll see you very soon. All right. Bye, guys.